After Robot brutally killed Cecil and crushed his head, Donald arrived and was shocked to witness the massacre in front of his eyes. He looks up and sees a huge hole in the ceiling, realizing that Invincible was there. But then suddenly, a robot walks behind him. In the next panel we see hundreds of robots being sent by Rudy to Earth. The scene shifts to the barbershop. Black Samson was cutting someone's hair while the elephant guy behind him was cleaning the shop when suddenly, one of the robots enters and shoots Black Samson, cutting him in half and killing him on the spot. The elephant escaped from the shop and hid behind the wall to avoid being killed by the robot. Suddenly, he looks to the side and his head gets shot, killing him on the spot as well. The scene shifts to Rudy's space station. Amanda Batty enters the compartment and asks,
Rex, what did you want to talk to me about?
Rudy turns his chair and looks at Amanda.
Good to see you, Amanda. Would you like to sit?
She asks Rex if everything is fine. Rex responds that everything will be fine and he wanted to talk to her about something related to this. Amanda curiously questions what he wanted to talk about and Rex fires back with a strange question. Asking if Amanda thinks about the time they've spent in Flaxen, Amanda exclaims that obviously she thinks about that time because Rex and she spent the majority of their lives there. Then she asks him if he ever thinks about going back there. Rex responds that he thinks more about their own dimension because they fixed everything on Flaxen and now they should try to fix Earth as well. On the other hand, we can clearly see that Robot has already started his plan. While he and Amanda are arguing in his space station, we see how robots are brutally killing all the superheroes that might stand in Rudy's way. They all try to save each other's lives but lose their own as they were busy saving others. Only 2 superheroes make it out alive after Robot explodes himself and destroys the whole area. We can see Amanda and Rudy still arguing because Amanda questioned Rudy, how can he explain how much time they've spent in another dimension, but at the same time we see the brutality of how Robot kills Shapesmith and crushes his heart. When his last words were, "I thought we were friends," and Robot just responds, "We were. It's nothing personal, I'm sorry." The scene again shifts to the Pentagon and we see chaos. Donald and other robots made by Dr. Sinclair try to fight Rudy's robots.
Even though I was able to incorporate a substantial amount of Sinclair's reanimant technology, I will not be able to withstand this barrage for long. Luckily, I was also able to incorporate technology from the bomb that vaporized Las Vegas.
Donald listens to this and gets scared for a moment, and in the next panel, we witness a huge explosion because Robot explodes himself. However, Donald's whole body vaporized except for his head and he flies away, watching the Pentagon being destroyed into pieces. The scene shifts back to the space station and Amanda turns into Monster to save Rex from incoming bullets. It was Best Tiger who tried to kill Rex and Monster Girl questions him why he tried to kill Rex. He shoots at the ceiling and escapes from there. Rex approaches Monster Girl and tells her to let him go because he won't be able to get that far. Amanda defies what Rex is trying to do and they get into a little argument because Amanda thinks Rudy is wrong. She exclaims that Monax was right all along.
You did hunt him down and kill the Zaxals, didn't you? You are a...
Monster? That's what Monax said, didn't he? I knew how deeply you had betrayed me, that you'd fathered a child. Am I a monster? Maybe I always was beneath the surface. Who knew we had so much in common?
Amanda shouts at him saying that she loved him, but Rex doesn't believe her because he knows she is not going to help him at all. Suddenly, multiple robots jump her and she tries to fight them, but eventually they overpower her. Rex approaches her and grabs her face, then tells her that he wants her to remember that she betrayed him first, and then he kisses her. They both cry and Rex tells her that he will always love her, and then his robots take her away. She begs him to stop all of this because there is still so much time. Rudy lays on the ground and cries. In the next panel we see how robots throw Amanda off the space station. She couldn't breathe. Now the scene shifts to Brit's house and he was attacked. He tells his wife to escape although he needs Junior. Suddenly Robot breaks in and attacks Brit.
I know I can't kill you. Surrender and your family will be safe.
Brit responds that Rudy is threatening his family. Even though he is not strong enough to punch through Rudy's robot, he will find a way around. Brit carries his son and runs towards his suit. He uses a leg armor of his own suit and launches Junior towards the robot, and Junior destroys the robot. Next, Brit picks up his son and says that they should go find his mom at the safe house, and if they hurry, they can get there before she even lands there. Brit wears his armor and both him and his son escape. Meanwhile,
damn it, should have sent more drones for Brit. I'm too distracted.
In the next panel, we see Anissa rescuing Monster Girl from space. Meanwhile, Mark was sleeping in the corner of a room after Eve and he barely escaped from Rudy's drone when it attacked their home and exploded itself to kill both of them. Suddenly, the nurse comes up and wakes Mark. He opens his eyes and the nurse asks him if he wants to hold his newborn baby. He takes off his gloves and holds his daughter. He starts crying seeing his baby in front of him. Mark asks about Eve and the nurse tells him that they are trying their best to save her but she doesn't think they could save her leg.
I just want her to live.
Mark looks at his daughter and cherishes this beautiful moment.
You have no idea how screwed up your life is going to be.
The nurse comes again and informs Mark that Eve is stabilized now and she will take him to meet her.
Oh, my God, bring her to me.
Mark and Eve hold their daughter. Mark mentions the issues they had in their relationship before but when Eve tries to hold his hand, he backs up and tells Eve that she can talk to her daughter for now and they will talk later. Now Mark and Nolan walk together and Nolan informs Mark about the recent incident with Monster Girl although doctors said that they are confident about saving her because her monster form has regenerative abilities. And she suffered brain damage when Robot threw her into space. Suddenly, Anissa baddie comes there.
She was nearly dead when I found her.
Anissa informs Nolan that they have their eyes on Rudy's space station and they are waiting for his orders to break into his station. Nolan questions Mark if Rudy has any kind of reason but Mark responds that he doesn't even know him anymore. He changed so much. As soon as Nolan turns aside, Anissa tries to hit on Mark. Another Viltrumite informs Nolan that one drone from Rudy is coming towards them. Mark gets ready to fight but Nolan stops him and tells him to spend his time with Eve and his daughter. They need him. Robot lands on the moon in front of the Viltrumites base.
I tell myself that I allowed her to live so that she could initiate this meeting, but deep down, I think I know I wanted you to save her.
He asks them about Amanda and if she is alive. Did they get her in time? Rudy demands to know about the health of Amanda. Nolan responds that she is stable. Rudy confesses that he is trying to bring peace on Earth and he is confident because he did that before. He mentions that Viltrumites are trying to repopulate and if they get in his way, he won't let them do that, so it would be better if they just don't interfere. Suddenly he stops and exclaims that he is multitasking right now. The scene shifts to Earth again and we see drones fighting multiple monsters. We can see Robot also attacked Immortal and Kate. He orders workers to make more drones and meet the president. Now the scene shifts back to the moon.
Okay, sorry about that. Where was I?
Rudy exclaims that he wants no smoke with Viltrumites but they also have to look at the fact that they need to increase their population and procreate with humans. He is sure that if they fight, Viltrumites can take over the planet but not without losing their own people. So what if they just work together because after all, he wants to make Earth a better place. The scene shifts to Mark and Eve. Eve tells Mark that she was angry at him for leaving her just to find Angstrom Levy because he thought that he would attack again. Mark starts joking and Eve responds.
Keep cracking jokes like that and we will never get back together.
Mark asks her if they would ever get back together and Eve responds.
Shut up and go save the world.
Mark stands straight and says, yes ma'am.
Please subscribe and feel free to comment below if you have any questions about the comics.